We are back,
We're
baby.
back. It's been, first of all, I didn't realize this. It's been just about a month.
Yeah,
The 2nd was the last time we had a show.
exactly.
And then
Super Bowl.
I got sick, and then you got sick, and then work, and then family and everything.
Our families got sick. It was nuts.
I would
man.
like to say that, like, oh, you were away. How was your vacation? And
Yeah,
after you
no,
went away, I went away.
February
No, dude. It was
sucked.
awful.
Yeah.
The worst.
Thank God for a leap year because technically we still recorded twice in February.
That's true. Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, well,
you're right about
we're
that.
recording
That's
late
true.
Thursday night.
Oh, man. And I can firmly say, with the exception of the Super Bowl, which you guys don't want to hear any more about anyway, there's
Right.
been zero interesting sports
Yeah,
news.
I was gonna say Philly went nuts over their hot dogs.
Right, which rightfully so,
I
by
get-
the way. Can we just talk about that for a minute?
Okay.
Why are they ending the dollar hot dog?
Fair, but also like how great are you and how excited are you about your team if all you could complain about is hot dogs, right? Like there's only two ways that works. Is like one, like your team is so bad that all you have to rely on is hot
the hot
dogs,
dogs.
or your team has been in 2 NLCS championship rounds in the last 2 years, and all you have to worry about is your hot dogs, right? So, and that's what the Phillies are right now.
Yeah,
Like
I'm just taking the approach of like, what's going on, man? You can't afford to give out dollar hot dogs anymore?
No.
I know it was getting a little crazy.
No, I absolutely was getting crazy. Like,
But
people-
that's the best part about it. Like,
somebody was gonna die off.
we
of
missed
Glizzy.
the dollar hot dog last
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
I really wanted to go to a dollar hot dog night this year
Yeah.
and just buy 20 and just wing them.
Yeah, I get
at
that.
whoever I
Yeah,
wanted to.
and I think they realized it wasn't gonna get any better. It was
it's
only
not
gonna
supposed
get
to
worse.
get better.
It was
It's
only gonna
not
get worse.
supposed to get better.
It's not.
If you want butts in seats, you do dollar hot dog.
Yeah,
night.
that's fair.
You can do an inter squad play on dollar hot dog night.
I did reach out to Trenton Thunder. I was like, "Yo, dude, if we don't do dollar hot dogs, like, I don't know why we're not."
Absolutely.
Yeah, even 50-cent.
I want a hot dog cannon.
Yeah.
Philly, are you selling your hot dog cannon? We'll purchase it.
Nah, I feel like they're still gonna rock with the glizzy. Also, like, this is the funniest part, and I only know this because I have a 7-year-old. But if you go over to the kids section at in Citizens Bank, you could get a glizzy at any time for $2.
Really?
Yeah, so right over by the kiddie field or whatever they want to call it, the little wiffle ball field, and the rock wall, there's like a cafe right there, and they sell a $2 hot dog every single game. It's the kids' dog.
I can't afford
You
a
know,
$2 hot dog.
but-
Dollar
but-
hot dog was where
yeah,
it's at.
$2
Inflation's
dog.
getting crazy.
But yeah, so they are still doing a promo. It's buy one, get one. You could buy 2, get 4 hot dogs, but they will no longer do the dollar dog, which is crazy. You know, there's a lot of guys that influencers throughout Philadelphia that are upset about it. Shout outs to Kyle Pagan. He's been the one that's been making sure that this is coming back every year. And I think he's devastated that it's not coming back this year. But, you know, who knows? The Gamblers got some tricks up our sleeves, so maybe we'll partake in some type of dog festivity. You never
I
know.
hope so.
But,
I hope so.
But yeah, what I do know is, you know, I don't care if it's 25 cents hot dogs right now. I'm not going over to Queens and partaking in it because it's just not worth it, man. It's been awful. Like, you know, we got Luke Voigt invitation to spring training. There's so much. The Mets are a mess, and it's just.
But that's what preseason is for. This is me.
Oh, they're doing
this
great.
Is me looking
as
at
far as-
every
yeah.
MLB lineup during preseason. This is me.
Yeah.
Who?
Spring training. We call
Who's
it.
that?
Preseason's
Who's
hockey.
it? It doesn't matter.
I
It's preseason.
You're a
That's
hockey
it. I
guy.
have no idea. You look at any list. And furthermore, MLB is opening this year with 2 games in Korea, right?
Mhm.
And on top of that, what are they doing? They're doing some weird game in the spring. Did you see that? Or there's is it some sort of celebrate? I don't know. The teams are being called a different name. Like when the Mets play the Yankees in spring training, not preseason, it shows that you guys are playing under a different name, like a Spanish name. Is that like a Spanish heritage thing that MLB does? I know.
I mean, that's great.
I
if
know
they
the
are.
NBA does it. But
Um,
if you go all the way, because
like-
opening day is what, the 28th of March?
Okay. Yeah.
And then if you go, or it's 28 for every other team. I think it's a couple days before for the.
I love how you
international
just
game.
randomly ask things.
Here it is. Here it is. Here it is.
Okay, great.
March 24th, the New York Yankees are playing Del Mexico Diablos Rojos.
I love it. And that's us? That's the Mets?
I think.
Look at us. Look at us being culturally sound.
I don't know.
I like that move.
But there's a few other teams that are playing by the same name, and I think they're all Spanish names. I didn't know. Oh, it's maybe just the same thing. Del Mexico Diablos Rojos.
I like that move.
And like even on the 26th, look, the Washington Nationals are playing the Washington National Futures.
Okay. Well, that
or the Sugarland Space Cowboys, which are playing the Houston Astros. I guess that's like I'm guessing it's just an inter-squad game. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they're changing because that happens too. The Mets play the Mets, or like they split squad. So maybe they just change the names for that. I like that move. Either way, what I thought you were going to make fun of was the London series because I am going there. It's 100 days away.
No, why would I make fun of that? That's great.
Oh, no, I'm excited, man.
Across the pond.
Yeah.
You sound like you're from London.
I love it. I like this move. Look, man, it's been crazy. You know, it's funny because like a lot of Met fans right now on Twitter, a lot of Philly fans are poking fun at Atlanta, and I'm just like, yo, dude, like let them slump. Let the sleeping beast lie. Like, why are we even talking like, oh, they're doing bad in spring training? Well, yeah, let's not wake them up for the regular season because they are stacked. And you want to talk about a team that could absolutely like just take over? It's the Atlanta Braves.
And you're talking about a sport where you're playing an insane amount of games. Like
games.
If you think these guys are right at like football players that play, if you're lucky,
right?
20 games in the season, right? If you're lucky, you'll play as many as 20 or 21 games. With playoffs, I kind of we're not doing the math here. But I mean, even in preseason, those guys don't do anything until week 1. Like you're thinking spring training, these guys are actually trying. Get out of here, man. They're trying. They're just trying not to get hurt. They're not trying to play good ball. They're probably working on a few things. They're changing a few things, whether it's with their throwing, they're hitting, they're working with a couple different coaches, but you're not going to see them go full force. So for any grown human being to watch spring training and to really think that this is going to be a reflection on how their season's going to go is
Well, it's twofold, right? You got people playing for their jobs. Right. And then you have other guys that are just trying to get into form and figure out things, and so and that's really where the Braves are at right now. Like they know what they have. So it's really like, hey, we're not trying to rock the boat. We're not trying to get hurt. And we'll get our starters the ample time for them to warm up. But yeah, outside of that, we're not doing nothing. So I totally agree with that. If I'm the Braves, I got nothing to prove, everything to lose right now in spring training. So, they're 500 right now, but still, like everybody wants to point out, hey, look at this record compared to that record, and I'm just like, yo, dog, it's spring training. Like
exactly.
That's all it is.
Exactly. Why are we talking about this? Practice.
It's
We're
practice.
Talking about practice.
Not even
practice.
Mets are great at practice. They're 4-2 right now. It's ridiculous,
dude.
I don't think they start the season even 4-2. Like I hate to say it, man. I'm still on strike. I will see the Mets when they're in Philly, when they're in Chicago, when they're in London. I will not go to Queens anytime soon because it's disturbing. They couldn't even turn around and just sign Pete Alonso. They're not doing anything, and I'm just not about it.
All right, so we've been throwing out a lot of hypotheticals at my day job lately, like how much for this or what would you do for that. So You're pretty fed up with the Mets. If the trend continues, let's just say for like the next 2 years, and you're offered a lump sum of money to change your favorite team.
I would never.
No, okay, you just rather be miserable all the time?
Here's where it would get awkward. If they actually... The MLB, Brooklyn has the rights to make an MLB team. If that ever happened, I would consider it.
Oh.
Outside of that, never.
Okay. So, we talking expansion or are we talking someone moved to Brooklyn? Would it have to be a complete fresh start just from Brooklyn, or if like an expansion, or if a team like Oakland, or bad example because they're already moving, but you know what I mean.
They would have to bring it back to Brooklyn in a way that made me feel comfortable. The Giants almost went to Tampa. I don't know if you know that. San Fran almost went to Tampa Bay in the early '90s, and like that wouldn't resonate. The Brooklyn Athletics, I would consider it. They would have to figure out a way to bring it back to my town, my city. And it's funny because iHeart's doing a thing with Eat Clean Bro. We're raising money for the Children's Specialized Hospital.
Oh, yeah.
And I did the walkthrough today, and the venue is not only one of the sites of the where Eat Clean Bro first started their expansion, but it's also this beautiful, beautiful place in Freehold. And I'm talking to them, and they're all from Brooklyn. And like, so we're talking about Shore Road,
Like
we're
peas
talking
in
about
a pod.
Sunset Park, talking about how my dad, how he ended up literally being a janitor for the Galbraith Company and then becoming an executive for them, and and how my family grew. And they actually even knew my Uncle Carl, which was amazing, my brother's namesake. So it was really, really cool to talk to all of them.
You make
but
me sick.
It is.
I work so hard to break you down from this Brooklyn habit,
And I just
and it's
find
an
more
afternoon with more people from Brooklyn, and you're
Yeah,
back up at the top.
Exactly.
Unreal.
So to answer your
Disgusting.
question, I would have a very tough time, contemplating staying a Mets fan if Brooklyn had a team. Even
Like
if
if
it
for
was the
some
Brooklyn
reason,
Athletics.
the Bronx was like the Yankees, you got to get out of here.
The
and they moved to
Brooklyn Yankees.
They're the
No,
Brooklyn Yankees. You wouldn't be able to do it.
I don't know. Like they'd have to change their whole.
I would
attitude.
want Philadelphia to move to, but keep the Phillies name. I want
Yeah.
the Brooklyn Phillies. That's what I would want.
I don't know, man. If they keep that lineup, I'd consider it. It's
Seriously,
pretty dope. But that's where I'm at, dude. It's been crazy. I feel like I haven't seen you in like forever.
Yeah, we
So,
haven't, man.
yeah, it's
been-
going
been
quick.
bad. I know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're allowed to take time off. I don't like it. I didn't like it one bit.
Yeah.
The good news is, what else? Actually, the funny stuff has just have been coming out in the last couple of days. Thank God. Usually we're back and forth, sending each other topics and all that stuff, but we haven't really been talking about too much. But even this week, what sports wise, let's keep it sports for right now. In the first segment, still, you got the Jets claiming that Hardman has been leaking the game plan,
That
and that's
explains
why
all
the
their
Jets were
woes.
losing. Get out of here, bro.
Oh, man.
So stupid.
I saw Kevin Kincaid, huge Philly sports guy. He wrote
Oh yeah.
give the ball to Brees Hall, and then the second option was pray. So
Here's the game plan.
Yeah, right.
Give the ball to Brees Hall.
Yeah, I'm shocked they had a game plan.
They did not have a game plan.
Yeah, you want to the minute Aaron Rodgers was gone, you were just like, all right, that's it. And also that poor little kid, he knew they didn't have a game plan. He stopped playing. Zach Wilson.
That poor young man.
Yeah.
That poor young man.
That poor little guy.
Oh my
man.
God. And what else? And then Tyreek Hill broke a lady's leg.
That story is insane.
First of all, I got to get dates. When did this happen?
Right.
I know she's doing a lawsuit. I mean, she's a bigger. I don't want to say she's a big
plus
woman.
size model.
Well,
but
she's just a
Right.
big human. I won't even say
Right.
woman. She's a big human being. She's 6'1"
yeah,
and whatever.
yeah,
She's
yeah.
gorgeous.
Right.
Absolutely gorgeous.
fair.
But her story's hysterical. I'm sorry, it is. Why are we hearing about this now, man? First of all, he slides into your DMs. He flies you out. You claim he flew you out to his house. I mean, dude, maybe his wife tried to burn the house down, and that's why he had to deal with that fire.
Oh, is
You know,
that?
I
is
don't
that
know.
what
I
that
mean, if we're
was?
looking at a timeline here, the dude's
Ooh.
publicly happily married, and then all of a sudden he's saying he's flying a chick to his house in Miami. I don't know. I don't know. I'm a doubter. I'm a doubter of everything. To sue him for breaking because he gave you a nudge, get out of here.
I mean, I love the part of the story where he tried to downplay what was wrong with her leg and offered her
I'll
ice
give you
and
some
stuff.
ice,
It
or
was
you
a
can get out of
clean
here.
Break. It was a clean break. So I don't know, man. It sounds like she should get paid. And it's also why I get it. You want to, I'm a football player. Let's roughhouse. But the minute she knocked you on your butt, just deal with it. Use that.
That was the way it happened.
yeah.
I guess.
I would have used that to have other activities with
absolutely.
her, not to have a physical altercation
No
with her.
ego here.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Oh, God.
Knock me down
You got
as
me.
much as you want.
got
Yeah.
me. Yeah. You got
all
me.
right.
Yeah.
All right. Come
And then
on.
I would have played it off as a salesperson too, maybe I meant to fall.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have.
It's not like you.
I wouldn't have been all right, my turn to line up. What? What are you proving?
Oh
What are
my
you
God.
proving?
I kind of hope there's video of it. I
I
want to
do
see
too.
it.
I
I want
do
to see
too.
the whole thing.
Yeah, it's
I do. Dude.
absolutely crazy.
Oh my God.
Man, oh man.
Yeah, that's it. Those are
No, what about Yager Day in Pittsburgh?
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
That's the way
Creepy
you
and
retire somebody's number.
Fair. Everything was cool.
So,
But go ahead.
the Pittsburgh Penguins retired Yager's number during warm-ups.
One of 62 teams. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know.
I can
Dude's
do it.
played for so.
Yeah.
So during the warm-ups, the entire team went out wearing the Yager's number, his jersey, along with the mullets, the Yager mullets. And then at the end of everybody coming out, Yager came out for the warm-up. Still looks like he can play in the NHL.
Yeah.
I mean, he only stopped not too long ago. Absolutely fantastic. So fantastic that Pittsburgh rolled out the red carpet so much for Yager. They gave him the best hotel room in the city. And you know who he took that hotel room from?
Drake. Yeah.
That was my favorite story.
I love
Drake's
it.
trying to get, I guess he's on tour, he's performing, he's trying to get, the best hotel. And they're like, sorry. Yeah, I wanted to see Drake's reaction when the hotel's like, sorry, Jaromir Jagr is staying in this room. You can't have it. I wanted
like,
to like,
who?
Yeah. I mean, Drake's from Canada, so you got to know maybe some hockey.
Maybe that, yeah.
I don't know. But I imagine a Google took place at some point.
But also, finally, Drake had a day where everything didn't go his way because everything's been coming up roses when it comes to Drake lately. So, I'm actually happy Yager got one over him. The creepy moment in the Yager thing is when he talks about his girlfriend. Yeah. And not knowing, probably
it's creepy with a little bit of humor because
it was
with the humor. So basically, he says, "My girlfriend is too young to have seen me when I played with the Penguins." I think it was just when he was with the Penguins.
Yeah.
But don't worry, I showed her videos or something like that.
Something like that.
So, and I get it. He played with the Penguins. Oh, I mean,
90s, early
90s. Yeah. So. Actually,
maybe 80s.
I mean, Yager's up there.
Yeah.
You got a girlfriend younger than mid-30s. That is it's a little creepy. But he's Yager. He can do it. I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio does it all the time, and nobody bats an eye.
I mean, we started to. The whole society has definitely started to recognize the fact that, DiCaprio's a little creepy.
But he's Leonardo DiCaprio. You know
no,
I mean?
that's dude. I rode his coattails with my long blonde hair and blue eyes for that whole genre.
No one's gonna believe you about that, by the way.
All right, cool. Well, so many people think
I
just
knew you with
red hair.
I knew you. No. I'm not saying that the color. I knew you with hair, so I know. But I feel like people that are watching are gonna look at you and be like, "Nah, man, you were bald all the time."
Whatever.
I'm just saying. There's no imagination with people these days.
It's fine.
But we can post when you cut this clip, you can post a picture of you with the blonde hair. Yeah. If only the social media was that impactful, when you had the hair.
Some days, I'm like, thank God I don't have hair, because you could just quickly shave and go.
Oh, you put a skull cap on it and just walk out the door. I can't do that. I put a little bit of product in my hair, and my ears get cold.
Dude,
I'm not wearing earmuffs.
Yeah. But also, if when I had hair, if I showered at night. Then I wake up and my hair was donking.
Yeah.
It was nuts. I don't miss any of that stuff. But there are some times, especially when it's cold and you don't have a hat on. Do you understand how cold that is?
Sunscreen placement
on the hat. Just
have you ever worn a trucker hat that's got the little holes in
you
it?
get the little.
Do you get sunburned through the
course,
holes?
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
All right. I've always wanted to ask that.
It's like a screen door. Just stand in front of it. You're still gonna get sunburned. You're just gonna look freaking weird.
Oh my God.
That's the facts, man. That's the facts.
Facts a lot. Hey, you take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have.